Всем привет! Продолжаем изучать Mass Effect Andromeda. Если вы видели мое последнее видео, которое подтупливало и тормозило, оно было коротеньким, то да, чтобы вы могли нормально играть в Андромеду, отключайте антивирусы. Ну, как я и говорил, у меня с голосом немножко сегодня проблемы, поэтому буду говорить я поменьше. Сканировать, наверное, надо. Да.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay.
Я ж только что здесь был.
You
Да.
can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Может, это тоже надо просканировать. Нет. Да, что-то немножко еще подтупливает, если честно.
That's an entire sector.
Говорить там. Это другое задание было просто. Тан, кто ты? Интересно. Ну ладно. Потом поговорим. Ой-ой. Вот в этом месте прям фризит. Не по-детски. Я ж с ним поговорил.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me.
Пока-пока. Саботаж. Ты
That's what I thought.
куда нахер? Что здесь должен смотреть? Казарма ополчения. Ах ты, блин. Зараза.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Тут еще что-то. Продавец оружия. Охранник.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
I'm not here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Андрос это вот этот, да? Да.
No news on the Turian Arc yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial and he was found guilty?
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Я же это сканировал. И это я сканировал. Да? Куда? Я сканировал его. Ох ты ж, блин.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Ага. Ну ладно. Значит, я ее не отключу. А, точно. Туплю.
Engineering update. We are working on
Здрасте. Выпусти меня. Кстати. Я запись не слушал. Когда ничего не ведет.
The Nexus versus colonist Nilkin, evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation! We're not giving up, Nilkin. We're taking it back. No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Гипериона, да?
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Scott Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilkin murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
У нее страшная
Yes.
прическа.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been guilt. The reality of the act sinking in.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Nilkin said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Он нас всех спас.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Chan wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
Поговорить с Таном. Где у нас Тан?
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
I'm looking into the Nilkin Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Смотреть место убийства. Осмотрим. Так, все, квестов нет. Мы не поднимемся, тут мы не поднимемся. На монорельс, походу, идти надо. Так.
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
Yeah. Meeting Addison was interesting.
She doesn't know you. I do. And you're doing fine.
Кто это?
I appreciate it.
I worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your sister's doing.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Ну, пойдем. Поедем в криотсек.
I'll make it right, Dash. Pathfinder, I'm Nigel McCoy. Just got out of cryo.
И я
Welcome to
Нига.
Andromeda, Nigel.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. My little brother Dash was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a settlement.
His sacrifice won't be forgotten.
Agreed. Everything I do will be for him. I have a pendant our father wore. Dash had its match. Will you reunite them?
Of course.
In his digital journal, he mentioned a spot on Eos where he'd go to think. If you could leave the pendant there.
Fisher, glad to see you're doing better.
That was some
Ну, за
expedition, hey?
кепка.
Captain said I'm going in the log as the first human to make contact with the Kett. And Kirkland's the first casualty. Wish it could have gone differently.
Wasn't your fault. It's obvious the Kett aren't friendly. Nothing we did could have changed that.
I suppose you're right. It's just not what you dream about. Meet a new species and 3 seconds later they're trying to kill you.
I hear you. But I guess that's life. Not everyone will see things our way. In the meantime, chin up. It'll get better.
Ryder, good to see you. Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
Так вот кто виноват.
I haven't heard how he died.
Like a hero. That's how. That's the only part that matters. I've met one Pathfinder. Well, 2 with you. But I figure that's the way to go. Taking your last breath on an uncharted world.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Now I just need to make sure your sister here pulls through.
Are you staying here on the Hyperion?
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting too old? Ha, right, look who I'm talking to. Trust me, it happens. For me, it was Habitat 7. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the Kett, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but it's passed me by.
What will you do on the Hyperion?
We still have thousands of people taking a nap here, and they need tending to. And
Прям
this way I can look
капитанство.
out for Sarah.
How's Sarah doing?
Her condition's stable. I see signs of REM activity in the brain, so she's dreaming. Means all the wiring still works.
How'd this happen?
It was dumb luck, really. We hit the scourge at the worst possible moment, just as the stasis revival was kicking in. It's a vulnerable moment coming out of a 600-year nap, then wham! The circuits fried and overloaded the neural pathways. Don't worry, I'm on it. We're not losing another rider.
How did you end up with the initiative?
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, is that all there is? I'd accomplished everything in the
По
Milky
сути,
Way I
это
could. I was locked
просто
into a future of diminishing returns.
человечек,
So coming here
который
was the
может
world's
болтать.
biggest midlife crisis. A chance to wake up in the morning and feel hope instead of arthritis.
That's all, Harry.
Интересно, за болтовню
Don't be a
и мне
stranger.
что-нибудь дадут?
If anything changes with Sarah, I'll let you know.
Ну, может, и дадут.
Ryder,
Hayes, how's the wound?
Doc says I'll live.
Ты страшная.
So this goes from a life-threatening gunshot to a story I'll tell my grandkids someday.
Она очень страшная.
With no need to exaggerate. That was a tough fight on Habitat 7.
Just glad to be on the other side of it.
Greer, how you feeling?
Grateful. If you and Liam hadn't found me in that cave,
О,
God knows what those aliens would have done.
We couldn't leave a man behind.
Yeah, your father, and Kirkland.
I know. It's rough. Being on the Pathfinder team is turning out to be a dangerous business.
More than I ever thought. I'm sorry I'm not out there with you, but Kirkland was a friend, and I'm not cut out for this anymore.
Understood. Habitat 7 was a nasty wake-up call. You take care, Greer.
You too. Thanks again.
а здесь же у меня сестру не лежала. Всё? Унесли? Хм. А где сеструха? Панель? Панель.
Welcome, Pathfinder. Please select a topic.
Хм. Ладно. Сюда можно было особо не проезжать. Надо каждый уголок смотреть. Вдруг здесь что есть.
Pathfinder, it's good to see you. Word is there's been trouble on the station.
Ой, откуда ты знаешь, что на станции беда?
We just got here. How did you know that already?
Word gets around.
Does it now?
People talk to me. Anyway, as soon as we establish outposts, everything will even out. I'm sure of it.
Why did you join the initiative?
The most popular question on the station. Honestly, I wouldn't have known about this project if Nozomi hadn't reached out to me.
Nozomi?
Captain Dunn. Of all the captains I've piloted for, she's the best. I've always been a wanderer at heart. When she asked me to be her pilot, how could I say no to the adventure of a lifetime?
How do you feel about all this now that we're here?
Hopeful. I know it's a rose-colored outlook, but someone's got to keep the positivity coming, right?
What about your family?
I'm an orphan. My parents died on the Mindoir colony when it was attacked years ago. No siblings. I left some friends and distant relatives behind, but I have friends here too. I love piloting, but I like the idea of going back to my roots and farming like my parents did. Someday.
Ты саботажница. Какая ферма?
Have to go now. See you later.
Later.
И... Круто. И чё, я с ней поговорил?
Ryder,
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
we powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec's quarters. You have access now.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father. He was really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people. He was right about going planetside, though.
He was a stranger to me. Really?
Not like any of us knew him. He kept people at bay. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Now that the Hyperion is docked, what'll you do?
Сколько ж здесь болтовни.
But that's been put on hold. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster, even 5 years ago...
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job.
А дом там кто-то бомбил.
It was just a
Первую
logical
по третью
extension of
часть.
what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new
Может, здесь
worlds.
наоборот повезло, что
What
она свалила.
self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
Thanks for the talk.
All right. I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
Что за нахер вот? Блин.
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omnitool.
Вдруг она вирус.
Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Pattle's. A third party seems likely.
Looks like someone is using both you and Raj to cover their tracks.
They'd need pretty high-level access for that. Still, it's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams. Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Чуть за комнатка. Ну, давай поговорим.
Hello, Scott. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Не будет больно.
But the human's still in charge, right?
Of course. I was never intended to supplant the Pathfinder, only to support and enhance your abilities.
Good to hear. So what's the plan?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Ох. Так, ну, мы инженером хотели быть.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times. Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been.
За 600 лет пока буду спать. Капитанство вообще просто.
Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Pretty sure my sisters mentioned Dr. Tassoni. An expert on Protheans, I think.
I have loaded Dr. Tassoni's research onto datapads.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me.
Может, то, что мы это все слушаем, болтаем, где-то какие-то потом дополнительные ответы появятся.
So we will see who has the final word.
Я думаю, лишним не будет.
I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful. Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Sarah. Dr. Tapera says she'll be fine, but she's my daughter. How can I not worry? I hate to leave her like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often.
И тут мы должны пустить слезу.
Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out.
И вы что-то узнаете.
I hope you'll understand.
Очень интересно. Очень странно, я бы даже сказал, звучит.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
Понятно. О.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades
О.
researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used
Звуком
when
прикольно
analyzing
сделали.
any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
И что, мне ничего не дали?
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Ну, прям вообще. Ой.
Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay. Something new every day. Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Мы сейчас будем играть за него?
Recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI
То есть это он сделал Сэму?
How? By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both.
Точно.
There's no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Alec?
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
He told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Короче, он хотел спасти жену, поэтому придумал Сэма.
Hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would seem his obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently logged. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. That's all for now.
Of course.
Так, ну все, здесь квесты кончились. Кончились же. О. Так, реотсек были. Надо здесь узнать, кто это взламывал. Третья сторона.
This file is useless. Let's check another. And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another. This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Someone working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion. You will need to conduct scans from close proximity.
Got it.
Вы чё, издеваетесь? А, только некоторых. Я уж подумал, это прям вообще трэш будет.
Biometrics do not match.
Что же за...
Inaccurate match.
Такие провисоны прям. Да, меня эта херня ведет. А, ехать. В некоторых местах игра как-то подтупливает. А в некоторых прям очень даже хорошо себя ведет.
Biometrics do not match.
Ну, ясно дело, самый дальний.
Negative match.
We're in a holding pattern. Word is the Nexus doesn't have enough room.
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Who is he?
Dale Atkins, reports to Kandros' department, assigned to station security.
Ну привет, чувак.
Dale Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
We know what you've been up to. You're done here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
Whatever happened back then, hurting people now makes no sense.
What do you know? I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people, killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the Krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Властям сдадим.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
Перспективность. Получено ОПА. Я только что получил ОПУ. У меня есть ОПА. Как это звучит? Ну чё, поехали смотреть наш корабль? А может, надо было рассказать нашим чувачкам, что мы нашли? Или
See
нет?
what Tan gave us? I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks and looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style. They call her the Tempest.
Ай ты красавец.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late.
Опять подвесоны.
So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between.
А вот здесь прям FPS 60 максималка. А в некоторых местах прям подвесоны. Что за херь?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
What's the rush?
Just don't want to waste any more time.
Hold it, hold it. You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Походу, что-то с ней не так.
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask.
Это
Right
понимаю,
now, you need people
переговорщик.
tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Мне нравится эта тетка. Она хоть что-то делает. А сразу сама. Без согласования с нами.
Everything's state of the art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Glad to see you're doing so well, Scott.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really gonna be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
Красотень. Я думаю, надо
Better head to the bridge when we're ready to go.
пошариться по кораблю.
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table or just get the crew together.
Ну, в некоторых местах
We call this
тормоза
the
идут,
research room.
а в
You can run
некоторых все
research
офигенно.
projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
Это не каюта, а что за трэш? А. Я думал, что-то нажать можно.
Pathfinder, check this toy. Seems like we're forever racing, but there's always time to check out new toys. Useful ones.
Always
Ну, классно руку держит вторую.
This makes use of old ones. Like anything you grabbed on Habitat 7. Raw minerals, tech, doesn't matter. The research station will strip that stuff down, give you options.
Ну ладно.
We're on our own, for everybody else. That's what Pathfinder means now.
Yeah, well, everybody should be so lucky. This tech is aces. If the best we get is what we make, still the best. Check it out.
Оружие. Релей, реликты. Нифига. Тут прям до хрена, слушай. Исчезнет, нет? Гранатомет. Вот и ресурсы. Обычные, необычные. Ой. Однако ты стрёмный. И что-то особое даже есть.
Our tech lab is an engineer's dream. It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
Wonder how fast that engine core goes.
О.
Most of the crew bunks in here. Cozy, huh? But your room's got more of a view.
Жесть. Вот это топ.
Excuse me. I need to make sure we have everyone's medical files from the Nexus. Come by our...
Ух ты.
to launch, and we can catch up properly.
То есть здесь мы скидываем обилки наших товарищей. Опять какие-то фризы идут.
These are the Pathfinder's quarters. Your quarters. Sam's router is down there too.
Гардероб. Йоу. Прям как N7. Да. Он сохранил? Да, сохранил. Красиво. Общественная зона Нексуса. Питомец какой-то. О. Оп, 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 смотри. Сколько сразу всего дали.
Verifying my connection from Hyperion to the Tempest. The Nexus confirms we're free to depart.
Нам дали расцветку. Где вот эти предметы мне открыть? И питомца забрать.
Ryder. Finalizing orders, flight plan, command access. Ready when you are.
Securing cargo and checking everything made it on board. The bridge report's ready.
Здоровый кораблик. На вид маленький. Тут в некоторых местах FPS прям жутко, я бы сказал, проседает.
Hi there. Can we talk and stuff later? I've got some last minute adjustments. She'll be ready to go when you are.
We're almost out there. Finally. Hello. I've just got to finish this download from the Nexus. We'll be ready for launch.
Hey. Классный мостик. А присесть есть куда?
Time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Kalojath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course.
О, а это мужик.
I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
Plenty of dangers out there, but I'll do my best to avoid them.
That's reassuring. Wouldn't want to lose my finest work to that angry cloud. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
I guess we have to be.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
Давайте думать о доме.
We were all expecting a golden world. Now there's just a long road ahead. But hold on to that dream. It might see us through.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, ident 2527, prepping to depart.
Мы готовы к полету. Я еще не сказал, куда летим. А он уже взлетает. Ну вот.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
To Eos then? What would have been our Habitat 1?
2 failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Maybe we can turn things around. Callow, take us in.
Ох ты.
This is about as far as the Nexus surveyors could get before, well...
Let's see what's waiting here. I'm picking up something.
И где эта аномалия?
Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Вот карта классно сделана. И вот эти прыжки тоже прикольные. О, плюс 76 алюминия. Супер. Ну, начнем с ближайшей. Я так рядом буду с планетами, что ли, пролетать. Их надо все поисследовать и что-нибудь там найдем. Прогресс 42. Рекомендуется посещение только после заката. Понимаю, сейчас так все эти планеты должен пролететь. И потом, может быть, определиться, типа, где более пригодно. Прогресс 57. Мини-игра, по сути, какая-то. О, Земля. Ну что, я это все исследовал. Прогресс 100. И влететь туда или что-нибудь я не могу. Все, тут все исследовал. Здесь, видимо, то же самое.
So this is where the human ark first entered Helios?
Heck of a wake-up call.
Красиво.
I'm picking up something. Deploying probe. Anomaly found. Shuttle spotted. Drifting. It sustained catastrophic electrical damage.
That's the research vessel Dr. Aridana informed us of. There are no life readings within.
She'll want to know.
А вот это круто. То есть, куда мы прилетели, мы можем спокойно прямо здесь смотреть, где мы сейчас. И на планеты также смотреть. Так, ну, надо это также все исследовать. Жилище номер 7. Я б тут точно не жил.
Anomaly detected. Probe away. Satellite detected.
Ух ты. То есть эта херня, она прям через планету идет. Круто. Я в такой системе точно не жил. Когда какая-то космическая хрень может через твою планету пройти насквозь. Но вид реально классный.
I'm picking up something. Probe away. We've got a crater.
Опыт. Спасибо. Реально мини-игры. есть в каждой системе есть какая-то аномалия, которая дает тебе либо опыт, либо ресурсы. И плюс вот так вот прыгаешь по планетам, еще что-то изучаешь.
Anomaly detected.
Это, конечно же, вот этот город.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
7-6 алюминия. Спасибо. Все, прогресс 100.
System Pythias. Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1. Designated EOS.
It was supposed to be an easy first step. Until no one else showed and we got clobbered. Twice.
Why has Sam altered frequency detection?
What are we hearing, Sam?
There is a signal pathfinder.
Что мы
I
слушаем?
recommend
Радио.
immediate examination of EOS.
Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Железо. Как обычно, надо по всем этим попрыгать. Что-нибудь еще найти? И вот на такой планете я точно бы не жил. Частые столкновения с метеоритами. Это видно. Какая-то планетка в жопе мира.
Anomaly on sensors. Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Вот на планету похоже на нашу. Данные Млечного Пути.
A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7. Possible atmospheric manipulation.
Is that possible?
We'll find out. If it is like Habitat 7, no doubt we'll run into the cat.
Прям у меня большой выбор, где я могу высадиться. Ну что ж, народ. Следующее видео будет посвящено уже этой планете Эос. Поэтому, кто впервые на моем канале и заинтересован не только Mass Effect и Star Citizen, то, ясно дело, подписываемся на канал. И вы сами знаете, что я обычно говорю. Подписки, лайки и все в таком же духе. Ну что ж, всем пока-пока.